Gonna press record and we're gonna get started. So welcome. I'm so excited to have you all here. And I know where you're all tuning in from. So I'm Jocelyn from Ravenheart Tarot. And thanks for joining me this evening. A little bit about me. I live in just outside the biggest city in Nova Scotia, Halifax. I live in Lakeview, which is a huge community of 3 streets. So I live about 20 minutes from the city, which is beautiful. I have 3 kids, which they're all adults because the youngest one is 19. And I'm married to my best buddy, Sean. And I love energy work. And since 2020, I've really amped up all my learning and sharing of energy work. So I'm so excited you guys are here. I'm educated in tarot, of course. I'm educated in Akashic record, chakras, Ho'oponopono. I'm a certified intuitive life coach. I have a diploma from Nova Scotia Community College in human services, and I've taken so many courses beyond that. So I just love it, and I love sharing it. So I have a few housekeeping things. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, it does work. Thank you. One is, can you all just please mute yourself so we get a nice recording? While we're talking, there is going to be a time for questions and answers, or questions and comments. But while I'm talking, you can put things in the chat. If you have a question, you can put it in the chat, and I can see the chat here. I hope you've turned off all your distractions and you're just going to savor this time just for yourself. Do you have a pen and paper? Because we're going to do a little bit of work. And I want you to be open, and I want you to think, and I also want you to think like, not everything has to happen this evening. You're going to get some information, and I hope you take away from it what you need, and leave what you don't, because that's how we process things, right? So let's take a breath in and out, and let's begin. So tonight we're going to explore 3 areas. We're going to explore the introduction to Lionsgate Portal. I'm curious if anyone had heard of the Lionsgate Portal before I started promoting this. If so, put yes or no in the chat and just let me know. We're also going to do a meditation, which I now see is spelled wrong, but that's okay. And manifesting. And in the very end, we're going to do a tarot reading. And it's a really great tarot reading. I don't have the cards picked, so I don't know how great it's going to be yet, but that's the little agenda for tonight. So the Lionsgate Portal is an annual cosmic event. So this will happen every year. So Christina had heard about Lionsgate. Mallory hadn't. Oh, Alicia must be on. I see an A. You saw it on Insta Reels. Okay. So the Lionsgate, it's an annual event. So it happens every year, usually somewhere between July 26th to August 12th. And today is the pinnacle of that day because the alignment peaks on August 8th. So it's the 8-8, and it creates a powerful surge of energy, right? So the Lionsgate Portal is said to be the opening of a rare window that takes place as the sun is in Leo, the stars in Sirius, and Orion's belt, the constellation, and the pyramid of Giza all come together and align each year. So it's like all these big constellations. This to us means our manifesting powers are incredible as we witness the blend of physical and spiritual world, right? It's also known as the Galactic New Year. So it is a great time for new beginnings. See if I have this. Nope. Okay, we'll just go there. It's a great time for new beginnings, feeling alive, getting rid of negativity and doubt. And when you get rid of negativity and a doubt, you allow more joy to come into your life. It's learning to stand in your power. And if you follow me at all, which I know Dinah is new, you probably have heard me say that this is an 8-year. So our card this year is the strength card. And so that card is all about standing in your power. So that is another reason why this is such a powerful time of year. So let's all learn to stand in our power. It's time for spiritual awakening and sudden awakenings. If you're not muted, could you please mute? There we go. It's a time for big downloads, creative inspiration, and new launches. So if you're going to do something new, this is a great time. It's also a time for sudden shifts in relationships. So some things must go, and it's time for some things to go, right? It's time to set your soul alive, like feel your life again. And it's time to start managing our energy. And it's kind of funny. I'm going to tell you this funny little story. I love to tell stories that kind of like tie things together, but we're in the process of selling my mother's home. And so we met with the real estate agent last week, and he said, I think I'm going to list it the 7th or the 8th. And I was like, whoa, wait, you got to list it on the 8th, because the 8th is, the most auspicious day of the year. And the real estate agent goes, oh my God, it's my favorite day of the year. And I'm like, is it your birthday? And he goes, no, I was supposed to marry somebody on this day of the year, and that relationship fell through, but it's still my favorite day of the year. And I was like, okay, so we listed my mother's house today. I'm not sure if the real estate agent did that after I told him, but it was just a funny little exchange. And I'm sort of like the woo-woo one of my siblings. And so they're all like staring at me going, oh Lord, here she goes. And the real estate agent is like soaking it all in because, you know, he's on terms with me. So he's gonna do it. So it was kind of funny. This is a great time for gratitude. And I think the attitude of gratitude is always what gets us through hard times. It's all about abundance and joy and the power it brings us when we remember the true definition of wealth. Gratitude is the attitude that keeps the infinity loop in a constant motion, freely receiving and giving an abundant exchange with the divine. So Leo aligns the star Sirius, also known as the spiritual sun, and the star of the goddess Isis. On the day of the peak, Sirius, which is today, Sirius is in alignment with the Great Pyramid in Gaza, and the portal is open to receive light from this source. We have the opportunity to expand our consciousness and allow it to strengthen and empower our journey. And we can always find something to be grateful for. And I know, because I've been in the depths of despair, and you're like, oh, what am I going to be grateful for? But when you start feeling grateful for something, that's when your attitude changes, right? We're in a huge change right now, cosmically. As a society and as a world, we're changing into an awakening. And I don't know if you can feel it, but change is coming. And as humanity, we're learning to embrace our own light within by embracing this change. And it's not the survival of the fittest anymore. It's the survival of the most resilient and the survival of the people that continue to learn and continue to change. We're no longer cavemen and we have to be brutally strong, but we need to be mentally strong. And so we're learning how to transcend aspects of the lower self and alchemize the energies of these times in a new way of seeing and interpreting our world. We're reclaiming our power and our true place as eternal souls and cosmic beings of light. Just like Gaia, we are upgrading and becoming less dense. Earth is sweating out her toxins, and humanity is purging the corruption, greed, and power over others that has dominated for too long, effectively holding humanity's evolution underwater. It's time to breathe again. It's time to sing and dance and love and create again. It's time to reconnect to our true divine nature and allow ourselves to be guided by our intuition and higher selves. It's time to be free. And I have an interesting fact along with these changing times is lately I have run into a lot of veterans from the military who are hugely into energy work. And I don't know if it's because of what has happened to them, like PTSD or things like that. But it seems not the path they would go, but it's the path they are going. I even know a lieutenant colonel in the Canadian Forces who wants to take tarot, who teaches yoga. So there is a big push, not just amongst women, but it's starting to trickle over to some of our men to do energy work. So helpful practices during this time is we want to ground and cleanse. The best way to ground is to go walk out in the ground. Go take your shoes off and walk on the grass. Anytime I'm outside, I'm out there trying to walk on the grass. It is about time, Alicia. It's walking and swimming in nature. And if you know me, I am swimming every moment I can get. It's extra water, herbal teas, and liquids. Let's really hydrate right now, and lots of rest. I don't know why there's so much shame around rest. Your body needs to rest. Go rest. If you need to nap, go have a nap. I nap every day. It's part of my cult. Journal, paint, dance, create. I was in a funk yesterday and I thought, okay, I'm going to go create. And I went out and I played with some cement and I created some little pumpkins and they're super cute and felt much better after that. Do some yoga, do some meditation, do some breath work, take a bath with essential oils, Epsom salts, just to soothe your muscles. So this is a great time to start something new and be brave and intentional with your energy and how to use it. With so much focus on energy, it's essential to manifest. And we are receivers of much new energy, and we are anchoring that light into the world in co-creation every day. This is the time to make that creation much more conscious and full of light with our attention and intention. We have a great opportunity to change the systems that no longer serve us and expose the global corporate corruption by no longer denying its existence. The power to change and heal the world rests within each of us to heal ourselves and give ourselves permission to be brave to who we know we are in truth. And isn't that the best thing, is to be who you truthfully are. It reminds me of Ho'oponopono. If you're not familiar with that, it's a Hawaiian energy technique, and it's all about healing you, and then your energy goes out and heals others. And it's so simple. It's 4 phrases. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. And thank you. And you say that to yourself because we're the hardest on ourselves. So I want you to remember those 4 phrases. The numerology this year is so crazy. So we're August 8th. We're in the 8th month. We're on the 8th day. And if you add 2024 up, you get another 8. So it's 888, right? And there's so much power. And the 8s signify high vibration energy, confidence, and wealth in numerology. Now, I'm not a numerologist, but my friend Anne is. And she was telling me all this, and I was so excited. When we turn the 8s horizontally, we get infinity. So we have infinity times 3 today. Like, isn't that like crazy? Like, that is a lot of infinity. And it represents abundance and limitless potential for your manifestations. And in tarot, like I've said before, it corresponds with the Strength card, which usually depicts an infinity symbol above a woman lounging with the lion. And this translates very well today to our Lionsgate portal, right? The lion, the Strength card, the infinity sign. So the Lionsgate is aligned with the heart center, and it embodies Leo traits of royalty, bravery, power, and expression. So we want to work on our abundance today. The number 8 is all about success, triplet. We've got so much prosperity on our way. It also symbolizes balance and harmony. The Lion's Gate reminds us to align our lives and find our equilibrium and integrate that spiritual and material aspects of our existence. That's a lot. Karmic rewards, and the number 8 is tied to karma and the law of cause and effect. So seeing 8-8 during the Lion's Gate suggests that all good that we've put out into the universe is about to return to you threefold. It's about damn time, right? We're going to quote Lizzo on that one. Manifestation power. This is the time to set your intentions and manifest your dreams. And the energy of the 888 boosts your ability to turn your thoughts into reality. So dream big, take action. This is not the time to play small. So let's talk about, so I already talked about these. I guess I had my slides mixed up, sorry. So we're gonna ground. Easiest way, like I said, go for a walk on your lawn. Or you can ground in the shower. And so in the shower, just take time to like picture all the stuff that you've had to run into in a day washing off you. So go for a walk in nature or go swimming in nature. Drink lots of water. I have like 3 glasses of water here with me tonight. We're going to journal. You should paint. You should dance. Yoga, meditation, baths with essential oils. All right. So our intentions. So let's set some intentions for this evening. So an intention is deciding to be purposeful and present in our thoughts and actions. So even if it's just making coffee, I had somebody say, I'm not good at meditating, but I love to get up in the morning and just sit with my coffee and smell my coffee. And I'm like, that is meditating. You're intentionally sitting there and smelling and taking into the aroma of your coffee. So intention setting is an empowering practice that has far-reaching all over our mental well-being. I don't know what's wrong with my tongue tonight. It's a little tongue-tied. So a couple examples are, intentions are different than manifestations too. So your intentions might be, for tonight, might be to figure out what you want to manifest. Or I intend to get the sleep and get the rest my body needs to be healthful. I intend to listen to what my body tells me. I intend to move my body. Tonight, I intend to be present during this webinar. I intend to think about the foods that I'm putting into my body. I intend to know where my money is going. So I want you to take a second and set a couple intentions for this evening. And just think about what you want from this. So we're going to talk about manifesting. And I know, because I've been there. What if I don't know what I want to manifest? So we're going to get to that. But let's talk about manifesting. And considering the world right now, like your reaction might be to be stumped when thinking about manifesting. What if right now your mind feels foggy? I know I'm just getting over COVID and I've had really foggy brain. And I've had struggle to get clarity over what I want from the rest of the year ahead. But if we sit down and we do some things intentionally, you can actually start to move ahead. So that's okay. If you aren't sure what you want to manifest, I want you to consider these questions. What would feel good right now? What don't I want? Because that's almost as important as what you do want. And when I was not happy in my career, people would say to me all the time, well, what do you want to do? But I was so unhappy in the position where I was. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew what I didn't want to do. Right? So, think about what you don't want to do. So that's crossing some things off your list, right? What does an ideal day look like for you, right? Maybe it's like waking up restful, having your coffee and smelling the aroma, getting your children off to school and everybody have a smile on their face with a healthy lunch, taking some time for yourself throughout the day to do some self-care, which we should do every day. So what does your ideal day look like? What would make you happy right now, big or small? Right? I would be really happy right now if my husband drove in with a new car. So that's a big thing. But what's a small thing? Well, I'm really happy that I have 3 cars that work. So what would make me more happy? What areas of your life do you feel out of line with? And I feel out of line for me, maybe with social interactions. I've been so engrossed lately in helping my mother that I just don't feel I have taken time for myself. And I don't, because you want to manifest it today and you wake up tomorrow and that doesn't feel good for you. That's okay. So just because you don't want to manifest, you're not alone, right? There's these areas that you might want to manifest in. And so it's finance, relationships, spirituality, career, health and fitness, health goals, money, your dream career, confidence in your ability, your living environment, more creativity, parenting, social life, or travel. So kind of give those a thought, right? Like, what would you like? I'd like to travel. I have some little trips I would like to do. I have some like dream trips I would like to do. So what could you do now to move forward to where you want to go? So everything around us, including you, is made up of vibrating frequencies ready to be turned on like a magic radio. See where I am on my slide there. Yeah. So in fact, like, you need time to get quiet and step back from the daily grind, right? And the more you do that for yourself, the easier it is to truly tune in and align ourselves with the right energy to attract those amazing things in our life. And I think a lot of us forget about that. But if you don't know what to manifest, never mind that energy frequency you should be aligning with. I want you to think like, I got you, girl, right? Like, I got you. This is a virtual cuddle. I'm going to help you with this. If you don't get it tonight, we will work on it another time. So manifesting also isn't wishing. Like, I would love to have $1 million plop into my account tomorrow, but that's not, I can't see that happening, right? So it's not wishing. Manifesting is knowing what you want and then working towards that, right? I want a certain amount of people in my paid membership group. So I'm not just going to sit back and go, okay, where are the people? Where are all the people? I'm going to actually take steps to get people into my paid membership group, right? So then I can affect more lives. So I want you to think about that. It's not just wishing. So let's take a few minutes and think about what we want to manifest. You maybe want to put it in the chat. If you don't, that's fine. There's many manifesting techniques. Taking a walk, keeping an idea journal. That is an amazing one. Unplugging from technology. Like, how often do you unplug from technology? Practice deep breathing. Practice cord cutting. Do you know how to cut cords so you're not taking other people's energy? Have you ever been somewhere where the energy was negative and you came home feeling grumpy or cranky, you need to cut those cords. Donate $5 to a charity each month. I was like, that's a really good one, because $5 is like $5, right? Set your alarm 15 minutes early. Limit your decision making. I think that's why really rich people dress the same all the time. They wear the same things all the time. It's because they've limited their their decision making. Sorry, I'm reading the chat and doing things. Yes, Alicia, we can do a vision board class. I'm going to make a note of that, because it will go in one. I'll read it and then I'll forget. But yeah, I would love to do a vision board class. And actually, I've done vision board classes before. Christina wants to keep up her daily routines in the morning and evening to include meditation. Oh, that's great. That's great. Actually, vision boards are great. And I manifested the house that I'm in now because I moved here 3 years ago. And when we were unpacking all our stuff and I unpacked the vision board, of course, I had cut pictures out of magazines and stuff, and everything was grandiose. That's another good one too, Christina. Everything was grandiose. But like when I sit back and think, I wanted a house with 2 bathrooms. I have a house with 2 bathrooms. I wanted a house where it was spacious enough that I could entertain all the time. And if you know my family, they're here all the time, and I love to entertain. I wanted a huge backyard with a pool. I have a backyard with a pool. I have a fire pit, which I wanted. I have a pitching mound for baseball, which I wanted. I have lots of yard games. I have a garden. I have a detached garage where my oldest son has an apartment, which was very important for me because we're in a housing crisis and he had no place to live, right? I have just enough room for everybody. And I don't live in a grand house, but I love it. And when I looked at my vision board and I looked at my life, I was like, I made this happen. So you can make this happen too, right? I want you to write a stream of consciousness after waking up, like right after you wake up. Write down like your dreams, write down your first thoughts, write it down. This is one I've let slide, and it's read more, but listening to books on Audible too, or podcasts on things, that's considered reading, right? So you don't actually read the words, you're still getting the information. Get more sleep. That is my favorite one. Start your day with meditation. Christina's going to start her day with meditation, and she's going to set her tomorrow intentions for the night before, which I love. Organize to-do lists. I tend to keep my to-do lists in my head, but I find when I get them on paper, I do more. Dedicate 10 minutes a day to gratitude. And I think that's an important one, especially on our bad days. We always have things to be grateful for. I could sit here and tell you the sob story that my mother had a stroke and now we have to sell our house, but this is the gratitude story. My mother left her house the day she had her stroke. She was 92 on Sunday. She had her stroke on April 30th. She drove to the grocery store about 20 minutes from her home. She got her groceries. She saw a few friends. She got to the counter and she said to the lady at the counter, everything's gone black and I'm going to faint. And that lady called 911. Had my mother had her stroke, had she left 10 minutes earlier or 10 minutes later, she would have been in the car. She would have been in the parking lot. Had she not talked to people, like, it's just an amazing story. So there's so much gratitude we have in this story. Yes, our lives have changed. Yes, things are different. Yes, it's been difficult, but I am like extremely grateful for the way everything went because we still have my mother. Make your bed, which my mother has made her bed for 92 years, I'm sure. And I'm like, I make my bed now, or my husband makes our bed. And like, it takes 2 seconds. Like, I don't know why we don't make our bed. Make your bed. Start a weekly money ritual. That's one I need to start thinking about. Like, how can you bring more money in? There's many rituals. Practice mindfulness. Connect with others. Consume content that expands your wealth consciousness. Now, wealth doesn't have to just be money. It can be confidence. It can be experiences. It can be so much. Give yourself deadlines, tidy up your space before bed, sit up straight. Like, how easy is that? Sit up straight and say no. I think that one is so important for women because we tend to say yes to things we don't want. So did everybody have a chance to write down some things that you want to manifest? If not, let me know in the chat and we can take a few more minutes. I love manifesting. And sometimes too, I forget the power that we have, right? The power that we possess to bring things into our lives, right? I had a mentor of mine tell me when I stopped caring about, how'd she put it? When I stopped caring about how much money I'm going to make and start caring about how many people I'm going to affect, or thinking about manifesting something else, my business will take off. And that's how I feel. Like, I feel like I just want to, like, I want to help as many people as I can. All right. So I didn't see if anybody needed more time. So we are going to meditate. And I'm going to shut off my camera so it's not distracting. Oh, areas of your life that you can, we went through those. I guess, sorry, my slides are a little bit out of order from my notes. So we're going to meditate. I'm going to shut my camera off so I'm not distracting. If I can shut my camera off. Yes. Okay. So we're going to do a Lionsgate portal manifestation meditation. And there are some pauses in this meditation. So when it ends, you'll hear me say, wiggle your fingers and toes. So if you hear me pause, we haven't frozen. We haven't, stopped. I haven't left you. We've just kind of had a little pause. So I hope everybody is ready. I hope you've turned off all your distractions. I want you to get into a comfortable position, either sitting or lying down, free of distractions. I want you to close your eyes and take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with pure energy at this moment. As you exhale, feel your body relax, releasing any tensions or stress. Allow yourself to become fully present here and now. Imagine a soft golden light surrounding you, creating a sacred space of peace and protection. We're going to ground, connecting to the earth and the cosmos. I want you to visualize roots extending from the base of your spine, reaching deep into the earth. Feel the grounding energy of Mother Earth, anchoring you, providing stability and strength. Now imagine a beam of light extending from the top of your head, connecting you to the infinite expanse of the cosmos. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, grounded yet open to the limitless potential of the universe. We're going to open the Lionsgate portal. Imagine before you a magnificent glowing gate, the Lion's Gate. This portal, shimmering with golden and indigo hues, is a gateway to higher dimensions, a conduit of celestial energies. As you approach the gate, feel the warmth and power radiating from it. With each step closer, your heart begins to beat in harmony with the rhythm of the universe. When you are ready, the gate opens, inviting you to step through into a space of infinite possibilities. On the other side of the gate, you find yourself in a serene, mystical landscape, a place where time stands still and the air vibrates with pure potential. In this sacred space, you encounter your highest self, the version of you who has already manifested your best life. Take a moment to greet this powerful, radiant being. Feel the love, wisdom, and strength emanating from them, and know these qualities reside with you as well. Now begin to visualize your best life in vivid detail. See yourself living your dreams, whether it's fulfilling career, deep relationships, radiant health, or spiritual enlightenment. Allow these images to become more vibrant, more real with each breath you take. Feel the emotions of joy, peace, and fulfillment that come with this life. Now, as you see it, you are creating it. The universe is aligning with your vision, and every cell in your body is resonating with this new reality. Silently or aloud, repeat the following affirmation. I am the creator of my destiny. I manifest my best life with ease and grace. All that I desire is already mine. I am aligned with the highest good, and I trust the universe to bring my visions to life. I'm going to repeat that again for you. I am the creator of my destiny. I manifest my best life with ease and grace. All that I desire is already mine. I am aligned with the highest good, and I trust the universe to bring my visions to life. Feel these words resonate deep within you, anchoring the energy of your manifestation and bringing it into your being. With a heart full of gratitude, prepare to leave this sacred space. You thank your highest self for their guidance and wisdom, knowing you return to this place whenever you wish. Slowly, you step back through the Lion's Gate portal, feeling the energy shift as you re-enter the physical realm. The gate gently closes behind you, leaving you with a sense of completion and empowerment. Take a deep breath in. Feeling the energy of your manifestation, now fully integrated within you. As you exhale, bring your awareness back to the present moment. Wiggle your fingers and toes, gently stretching your body. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes. Carry the energy of this meditation with you, knowing that you are already living your best life. When you're ready, you can turn your camera back on. I'm wondering if anybody has any questions, so you can unmute if you want to ask a few questions, or give any comments or how you felt from the meditation, if anything came to you. I know I did a meditation the other night with a women's circle I was involved with. It was in a dome yurt thing. It was the most amazing experience I've had in a while. And during that meditation, it came to me that I needed more fun. I needed more connection, and I needed to be more social. And so people aren't going to come knocking at my door and say, "Hey, Jocelyn, you want to go out?" So like I have to put the effort in to make sure I'm setting up play dates for myself. I guess that's what we'll call it. And so I'm wondering if anything came up with you during the meditation. You can unmute if you want to talk, or if you have any questions. You guys are quiet now. You were so chatty before, and now you're quiet. So you're not gonna say anything. You put it in the chat too if you don't want to talk.
I'll say something.
Hey, hi, Alicia.
Hi. Sorry I was late. I had to work late, but I had a kind of vision that I had a place in Costa Rica, and I've never even been there. So I've kind of always wanted to go, but I feel like I need rest. I need like a year of rest, so just to heal my body. And I kind of go too much, work too much, commute too much, and just rest was like a big thing that came up.
Yeah, manifest more rest. Join the Nappers Club with me.
I wish. I'm not even at home. I'd have to sleep at my desk at work.
Oh no. Be like George Costanza. You're probably too young. Or you do know what I'm talking about. Has a little bed made under his desk. Yeah, rest is an amazing thing for the body, right? And we've been brought up to think that you work, and life isn't that way anymore, right? We're not out plowing the fields. We don't have to do that. And 9 to 5 is a myth, really. Like people have never worked 9 to 5. They've worked 8 to 10. They've worked, 12-hour shifts or 24-hour shifts, and we can design our lives the way we want it. So yeah, get more rest. Get more rest. You'll be a happier woman. And build a house in Costa Rica. I'm there for you, girl. I'm coming to visit.
Yeah.
Thank you. Christina, you have anything to say? No? Yes?
Yeah, I was excited and I want to share. I'm kind of going through a time last month where I lost my specialist, I lost my GP, and I was kind of like, oh wow, I feel like I'm starting all over. And I've been meeting with my GP until she kind of goes to her new role. And today I got news that I have a new GP and I've also got a new specialist. And I just, when I was meditating, I just feel like everything is aligning to get me to where I need to be this year to maybe improve my health, and that I'm kind of heading in the way of gearing up to get the things I need to get to be where I want to be with my health. So that was exciting. And it's funny that I sent off uh, the new patient intake. And then today I got response on the 8th that I was accepted as a new patient. So that was very exciting for me.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you. It sounds like you're clearing out some, and not when we clear out the old, it doesn't mean they weren't good. It just means they've served their purpose. So sounds like you're clearing out your old and you're bringing in some new, and you'll get some new eyes on your health and some
Yeah.
new, some new energy into it. And that's so exciting. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I'm excited too.
That's so exciting. Where's Mallory? Mallory or Dinah, do you guys have anything you want to share?
I'll talk.
Okay.
I feel like sometimes between work and my kids and life and trying to, be healthy, et cetera, you get pulled. I feel like I'm always being pulled in different directions. So when I was like, I laid on the floor too while I was meditating. And I just felt like, I'm kind of like coming centered to be like, okay, I'm not getting pulled in all these different directions. I'm just like on one path. But it's so hard because then I feel guilty. I don't know. I always do. Like I don't get enough sleep because I put the kids to bed and then that's my time to do my thing and with my husband. So I go to bed late, but then I get up early because I got to take the dogs for a walk before I go to work and then get the kids ready. So I feel like I just need to focus on me a little bit more
Yeah.
sometimes. Like there are some nights that I feel like I should go to bed the same time the kids go to bed because I need that rest, right? To kind of reset my body. But yeah, I just feel like you're always getting pulled in all these directions. I'm like, I just need to like hone in on me.
Yeah. Yeah. I so agree. And I find with women too, like we are pulled in so many directions, and it's okay to go to bed when the kids go to bed. Because it's funny, in my house, the rule is if mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. And that's the way it should be, right? It's okay
Yeah,
to take time for ourselves. And yes, we feel guilty, but that's a societal construct that makes us feel guilty, right? You come back refreshed, you're a better mom, right? And you're a better
exactly.
wife. And you see women take this one weekend a year and they go on this women's trip and they come back and they feel like they're going to take on the world, and then it's gone again, because as soon as you fill your bucket, there's more cups emptying it that you can keep full. So we have to take time for ourselves every day, and we have to lose that guilty feeling, right? Like I know exactly how I feel, because I feel every day I need to have a nap, and when I have my nap, I feel shame for having a nap because it's not being productive, but rest is productive, right? So I've shed that layer that I'm not lazy. I'm just resting my body. So you'll get there, Mallory. Like I know you will.
Thank you.
Take some time for yourself.
Thanks.
And Dinah, did you have anything you wanted to share, or?
Sure. This was interesting. One of my, I guess my intentions or manifestations was to know the difference between fear and intuition. I often find myself very confused on that. And while meditating, I felt love. I mean, it took my breath away. It entered through my mouth and it went through my whole body. And it was just this intense feeling of love.
Oh,
what-
that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
It's
And
really
fear,
something.
and fear and
But-
intuition can be confusing because we feel it in the same places a lot of times, right?
Yeah.
So it
It's-
can
yeah,
be
It's that
confusing.
little
But
voice. And it's like, well,
yeah,
is that fear or is that intuition? I always get
Yeah.
confused on that one.
Yeah.
Someone once told me that if fear you will run from, intuition you will go towards.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And usually intuition is safe. Do you know what I mean? Like, should I take that job or shouldn't I take that job? Like it's a safer decision. Or maybe you're on a, I don't know, out with somebody and there's some creepy guy there, right? Safe for you to get away, but you might have a little fear in there too.
Right? It's like, is intuition telling me to leave, or
Yeah.
is that just fear?
No, it's probably intuition. The thing that was going around the internet. Would you rather meet a bear or a man in the woods? And every woman is like, a bear,
I'll take the bear.
a bear. My husband thought that was terrible. I was like, you're not a woman. You don't understand.
I got this orb that won't leave me alone. Hi. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, freeze. Oh, I froze a little bit. Sorry. Am I here? Oh, there we go. There we go. I froze a little bit there. Sorry. You were saying?
Oh, there was like a reflection that was just wouldn't leave me alone. This got me. That was all.
Okay, fabulous. So, what's Christina saying here in the chat? Listen to your intuition in your head to bed to take a long. Yes. If your intuition is telling you you need to go to bed, go to bed. Go to bed and get your rest. You're a much better person if you have your rest. Okay. Well, thank you. Now, I want to tell you guys what I have coming up for the fall because I'm so excited that I'm organized, number one, and I have it all sort of planned out. I'm going to start Intro to Tarot on September 10th, and it's going to be 7 Tuesdays, so 7 weeks. It's designed as a beginner's course, or if you want to, like when I took, when I took Intro to Tarot a few years ago, I already knew tarot, but I was like scared to practice tarot because I had read books and done this. And that just kind of put me over the top for my tarot reading. So it's in depth. We're going to talk about cards. I read intuitively. If you know that, I follow my intuition. We're going to go into the symbolism. It's going to be engaging. It's going to be here on Zoom. So 7 Tuesdays starting September 10th, and it's going to be $250 for that. But I am going to do a webinar a month, and I have them all planned out. I'm going to back up the bus a little bit. I'm also going to do a tarot oracle circle one Sunday a month. And that will be on a subscription basis. It'll be $10 a month. And it will be for people who have tarot or oracle cards and who aren't doing anything with them, that they're collecting dust. And my vision is we get a group of us on here on Zoom, and I could say, hi, I'm Jocelyn, and tonight I have my drag race cards. And Christina could say she's Christina and she has angel cards. And I could, and we go around our little circle. And then I say, oh, Christina, your cards really speak to me. Could you draw me a card? And then we all talk about that card and we all take a turn doing that. That's how I envision this. Because I know people, as I'm one of them, we collect the cards, right? And they kind of just sit in their boxes and they don't get used. And even myself, I have a whole bunch of cards and I use the same cards, the same deck all the time. So that will take place the second Sunday every month, beginning September 8th. But then we're going to do monthly webinars because I just love touching lives this way and I can affect more people. Our first one is going to be in September on the 22nd, and it's going to be the autumn equinox. And we're going to talk about the autumn equinox, and we're going to do meditation, and we're going to do tarot, and we're going to set our intentions. I firmly believe September should be the new year, because that's where we get back into our focus of things, right? We've been willy-nilly all summer. We've been eating our hot dogs at the baseball game, right, Christina? Christina's son and my son play baseball together, so we see each other at the games all the time. Somebody showed up with a big bag of cheesies one day, and we ate those. So
Thanks for sharing.
Thanks for sharing. Yes, I'm sure. So we have to get back on track. So that's a good day to work on those sort of things. So that will be our September webinar. Our October webinar, of course, is going to be all about Halloween and the thinning of the veil and the celebration of Samhain. And that's going to be on October 27th. And each one of these are $20, just like they were tonight. But like the thinning of the veil, I went to the thinning of a veil last year with my friend Carol, and it was the most amazing experience. I can't guarantee that, people will come through, but we can talk about how to bring people through and how to know if people who have passed on are around. It's going to be like, I'm so excited about October, because to tell you the truth, I'm trying not to decorate my house for Halloween now, because I have way too much going on. And I'm trying to wait till when I get all my kids to university and my mother gets moved into her new place, and then I can decorate. But I'm seeing all these TikToks and reels from everybody that lives in the States, and they're already decorating for Halloween. And I'm like, I got decorations. You're not. And their stores are full of stuff, and our stores aren't full of stuff. And so, but I don't want to jump the gun either, right? And so, so October is going to be about thinning of the veil. And I know it's spelled Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain. And so it's Celtic. And so that is where Halloween comes from. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, and it's just going to be a good time. So there's that gives us October. Into November, we're going to celebrate the full moon, and it's the beaver full moon. And, Canadians, we love our beavers. So that's kind of a joke up here. And so we're going to celebrate the full moon, and we're going to learn how to manifest at the full moon and what we're supposed to do, because there's so much with energy work, your do's and your don'ts, right? Like, put your crystals out. Don't put your crystals out. Like, we're going to talk about all that stuff, and we're going to demystify what happens during the full moon. And then I ran this last year, and I'm going to run with it again this year. It won't be live. But last year for Yule, I took my, let me grab it, my Yule deck, which is like, it's so beautiful. And I think Alicia was part of my group last year. So this is my Yule deck. And so for the 24 days of Advent, we're going to do it for Yule, and I will pick a card every day. You will get a one card reading every day into your mail through email for 24 days. You'll get a beautiful guide about what to do for the traditions of Yule, to like where it came from. It's the pagan holiday. And if you look at the traditions, it's a lot like Christmas. And then on the first day of Yule, which is the first day of winter, which is the shortest day of the year, you will get a multi-card tarot reading in your inbox. And I had so much fun doing it last year. And last year, the people that were part of it, they loved it, because they said that every day they woke up in the morning, there was a one card reading for them. And so that will happen in December. And for you who don't know, I have a paid group where we do tarot readings. I think we do them twice a week right now in the summer, but come winter, I'll probably do them 3 times a week. We do prizes. You get 20% off all courses and events. And you get early bird specials, because they've already known all the dates of things that's coming up. because I do limit how many people get things. Like tonight, my limit was 10. We had 7. It's fabulous. I hope next time I have to like expand my limits. So like for the tarot, I think I can only do 6 to 8. I've been juggling with that. So they get first pick of that. They also get, every month they get a card reading into their email, which other people don't get, that reflects the events of the month. And that's $9 a month on a subscription. So that's a different group than my free group that most of you are in. I know Mallory and Alicia are in my paid group and they love it. They can speak on that if they like. Labor Day in the States is the first weekend of September. I know. You have to wait until after at least Labor Day. Is that to decorate? I know. And that's the weekend we're moving our kids in to university. So then after that, I'm going to decorate for Halloween. Yeah, so that's what I have coming up. And now I'm going to do a tarot card reading for you guys. And my image isn't coming up. I'm not sure why that's not coming up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the screen share. And then I'm going to switch to my phone so I can turn it so you guys can see the cards. So if you give me a minute, just to organize this. If you know one thing about me, that wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. I'm not technologically skilled. And I had a little chat with Alicia today about that because she is technology skilled. And we're going to come up with something to help me out a little bit. All right, let me get rid of the chat. And so I want to change my view to speaker. There we go. And then I'm going to, I just need to flip my camera, which, there, not there. Let's see. See Christine. I got to turn my camera on first, I guess. Video. You see my ceiling. And we're going to switch. There we go. There's my desk. All righty. I like it when things work out. Okay. So our spread is an 8-card spread. Makes sense, doesn't it? We wanted an 8-card spread. It's the 8th. We couldn't have anything less. It's the Lionsgate portal to spread to help us align with a new vision. Okay, let's put this up. And no cards are jumping out. I've been shuffling and shuffling as we were talking, and no cards are jumping out. My cards are really sticky lately, and I'm not sure why that is, but I'm not going to worry about it either. So I'm going to pick the cards. I pick the cards intuitively, and I'm going to spread them out, and then I listen. And I will hear in my head, I like to say I hear the voices in my head tell me if the cards we need are under my right hand or my left hand. Okay. Right hand. I also feel a tingling in my palm. It's just so weird when you tune into your intuition. Maybe one of our webinars should be intuition. We could do that as well. Okay. Oh, we're very in the right side today. Okay. There's our second card. Keep those up there. Still going with the right. Our third card. Oh my gosh, right seems to be where everything is tonight. Okay, let's spread them out again. We're at 4 cards. We are halfway through the picking. See, I like them when they jump out so much quicker. Oh, now we're going left. left. Oh, right again. In here. Okay, we're up to 6 cards. We got 2 more cards. Then we'll do our reading. All right, we have all our cards now. So let's see what is to be said. Let's see what's going on here. All right. All right. Okay, so our first card, we're going to talk about our old vision. Oh, so this was reversed. So our old vision was telling us that we couldn't have abundance and we couldn't have all the things that we want. That is a very poo-poo old vision, right? This is the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles speaks to wealth. It speaks to career. It speaks to family. And the 9 really talks about financial independence and self-sufficiency. So maybe in the past you had thoughts that you would never be financially independent. But that's our old vision. And so we're going to let that go. So we're going to turn this around and we're going to have thoughts of just reaping what we sow. I love the Pentacles and I love this deck because it talks to me so specifically. The green tells me that when we decide that we're worthy of having everything we want, our heart is going to be happy. We are going to feel grounded. We are going to feel magical. That's what the white bird, we're going to connect. And I don't mean magical like, how can I put it? You know, what's going through my head, they're magically delicious. Like not magical in the sense of like spiritual. And so the white crow in this reminds us that we need to connect to our spirituality to get where we want to go. Most people, I'm not going to say all because I don't know them, but most people that are very, that do very well in their careers have some sort of connection to something, right? Whether it's the universe or God or whatever deity that you feel is for you. So I want you to think about that. Where's your spiritual awakening? Where's your spiritual connection? And that maybe that is what's stagnant too in your old vision. You weren't spiritually connected to where you needed to be. All right. What do we need to keep? Oh, I love this one. We need to keep collaboration. This is the 3 of Pentacles, which is like, we have 3 pentacles now, so far. That is like, it could suggest like career, more money, that we need a steady but methodical approach. And that's what we've been talking about is making things kind of manifesting is a methodical thing, right? Like I want to do more social activities, but sitting here in my house, like nobody's going to beat a band to my door and say, hey, let's go do something, right? So you have to put in the effort. I either have to sign up for a class or I have to do something like that. So the 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration and teamwork. And as you can see, they look like 3 skilled people all working together on a macrame project. And in the chakras, it shows us that they're using their intuition. They're grounded in the red, but they're also creative with the orange, with their passion. And he's wearing green, so he's happy about all of this. So that's what those colors are speaking to me. So I think you need to keep your passion and your teamwork. So if you work well with somebody, I want you to keep that. And working well with somebody too could be working well with your inner self. Do you know what I mean? Like maybe you need to collaborate more on what you want to do. I want to do more collaboration in my line of work because I feel like I did the women's circle the other night and I taught a little basic tarot to the group. And I would like to do more of that because you reach more people and then you get a different perspective as well. So where can you collaborate in your life to reach your goals? So we're going to keep that. Okay, we are going to release. This is a good one to release. This is the 10 of Wands. We're going to release any burdens. We're going to release any shame. So Wands is all about passion. And Wands, it's about passion and it's about fire. So it is where the Pentacles is more like the earth signs. Like my husband's a Taurus. He's a earth sign, where the Wands is more the fire sign. So it's the fiery people, right? And so things happen quickly. So I want you to lay down your burdens. You don't need to be burdened. And I think like burdens could be negative emotions. Like Mallory was saying, she wants to take time for herself, but she has her kids and she feels guilty. And we all have that mother guilt. I think it's bred in us and we shouldn't feel guilty. We need to take time for ourselves and we live very busy lives. It's not like the early 1900s where the kids went off to school and the ladies did their housework, but they got together for sewing circles and they, made quilts and stuff. So we don't live that anymore. We go to work, we come home, we work. And so it's okay to take time for yourself. And so let's let that thought go. Let's let the thought go that rest is shameful. Rest isn't shameful. Let's let these thoughts that don't serve us, let's release them. I love that. But see, look, these cards, I just picked them willy-nilly and they are just coming up the way we want it. We want to feel. We want to feel like the King of Cups. And the Cups is all about emotion, right? So the Cups is the water signs. Like Pisces, they're a water sign. I don't know what all signs are. I know a few off the top of my head. You can't remember everything. So it's emotion. So this card is telling us we need to feel deeply into our emotions to align with our new vision. We need to get excited about our manifesting. We need to get excited about what we want to create. We need to master our, we need to have an emotional maturity, and we need to realize that there aren't really good and bad emotions, right? They're just emotions. The other night I was tired and I said to my husband, I'm tired. And I think I'm going to go to bed. And he said, oh, but it's a good tire, right? And I'm like, why does it have to be good or bad? I'm going to go rest my body either way. So I want to think that we need to stop labeling things good or bad. And we need to learn that because you had a bad hour in your day, your whole day doesn't have to be ruined. And I'm going to be brutally honest. Before I came on here, I cried probably for an hour. We listed my mother's house for sale and it's hard. And I'm going through these emotions, but it didn't ruin my whole day. And I'm still grateful that I'm listing my mother's house for sale while she's alive and that I still have my mother. But it's still emotions, and it's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to cry. It's okay to do these things, right? So we want to have control over these feelings, but we don't want to, how can I say it? I don't want to label them, right? I don't want to label them good or bad. They're just they're just emotions. Let them come and let them go and honor them as they are. And I think that's what we need to feel. And it's okay to feel deeply, and it's okay to be vulnerable, and it's okay to let things out. And if you look at the king here, he's very zen. He's very okay with whatever is going on. The blue tells me he's in touch with his intuition. He's got a little bit of yellow around him. That tells me he knows who he is and he's strong in his self-esteem, but he is really grounded. Look at all this red. He is very grounded. And I'd say he's meditating about sailing away on a boat, right? So I want you to think of that. What do we want? We want to break. This is the Tower card. And so the Tower card is our first card that we've had tonight in the major arcana. So these are major changes. So the Tower card is about reinventing yourself, really, and becoming who you are. And I'm going to lift it up, and I hope you can see it. Do you see those little here? Like there's one here. They look like little orange specks, but they're monarch butterflies. And so that's beautiful in this card. We want to transform ourselves just like the butterfly does. And when you transform yourself, you're going to have to let things go. You're going to have to go through poop. You're going to have to, things aren't as always going to be easy. And I'm thinking right now, I'm thinking of you, Mallory, like I'm telling you, like, it's okay to go to bed, but you're going to have to let go that maybe you didn't get the laundry folded that night. Right. And that might weigh on you, but that's okay. It reminds me of the story of the butterfly. And there was a cocoon on a fence, and a farmer was going by and he could see the butterfly trying to get out of the cocoon. And he thought that the butterfly was trapped inside the cocoon. And so he cut the cocoon open very carefully and let the butterfly out. But when he did that, he saw that the butterfly hadn't fully formed and its wings weren't enough, because it's in that transformation of getting itself out of the cocoon, the butterfly would have grown. So the butterfly ended up dying because it couldn't fly. Its wings were too small. So really, like, think of it that way. You need to have this darkness. Like when you first tell your kids, hey, I'm going to take this time to myself, they might not be happy about it, right? But then when you come home and you're happier and you want to play or you want to do things with them, they're going to like that. But there might be, and it might be that your husband is tired too. And that he doesn't, but it will come together as you transform your life. And as you become more calm and more happy, your children and the people around you will become more calm and more happy. Okay, what do we need to do? This is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is, swords is an air sign, which I'm an Aquarius, so I'm an air sign. So I know the air signs are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And I know that because my best sister is a Libra, and my kids are Geminis, and one's an Aquarius. So I know what that is. And this is about transition. So you need to start transitioning, right? Moving on from things and letting things go, charting a new path, finding a new shore. And I always feel like she's driving her little boat into calmer waters or onto shore, and that she's packed up and left the things that no longer serve her. And yet this is a very gray card, but you see the greens, and the greens tell me she's happy, and the red tells me that she is grounded, and this is what she needed. Because sometimes our grounding needs to be what we need it to be, and we're not grounded if we're not doing things that we need to do, right? Or we're not taking time for ourselves. So I want you to think of that. Where in your life can you let things go? So this has been a very big transformational reading thus far. We have two more cards. One is about new vision, and this is a beautiful card. the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is about, once again, we're with the cups like we were with the King of Cups, right? So we're about emotion. It's a water sign. So our new vision is going to let things flow, and we're going to flow in the fun of it. But it is also, the 10 is the end of something. You have mastered it. You have completed it. It's about harmony and celebration. It's about emotional stability. So our new vision is going to bring this to us. But as things end, new things start, right? So this is the perfect card for new vision. So we're going to learn to be more stable, and we're going to learn to be more into what we want. All the colors of the chakras here, all the colors of the rainbows. I love the people holding each other. I love the emotional connection of this card and the celebration and the ease. It feels like life is just easy. And maybe that's your new vision. Because when life is easy, and it can't be easy all the time, but isn't that a fantastic concept? Like fabulous, because it would be great if life was easy, right? So I want you to think of that. And our last card tonight is about giving thanks. And this is the Temperance card. And I'm kind of chuckling because the Temperance card is a little bit about balance, right? So it's part of the major arcana like the Tower card was. So if you're in the Coven, which is my paid membership group, Mallory and Alicia know this, I talk about balance being a myth. There is no balance. If you're married, you know, things aren't 50-50. Or if you're in a relationship, you know, things aren't 50-50. Sometimes things are 70, I was going to say 70-80, but that's not good math. That's girl math, I think. But sometimes they're 70-30, right? Sometimes they're 90-10, right? So we're going to give thanks, and we're not going to get caught up into how things are going. We're going to get caught up into how things we want. We're going to let go that things are perfect, and we're going to be thankful for what we have that is imperfect, and that is like I said, we're not going to label things good or bad. We're just going to give thanks, right? Things happen to us all the time. And my mother and I were talking about this the other day when I had her out for lunch. We were talking about my first marriage and intuition. And I had said at the rehearsal, I said to my sister, I can't say those words. I can't say those words. And my mother said, you should have called the wedding off then. And I said, but I didn't know what to do. And had I wouldn't have my son, Devin. And I may not have the life I have now, because that is what I had to experience to know what I wanted. And so I want you to think, and so now I have gratitude for that in my life. I have gratitude that I have this great adult my oldest is 31. And so, but he's a great, I keep wanting to say kid, but he's not a kid. And Christina, he got his driver's license, so he drives now. And so he just got it like yeah, I know. He just got it on the 26th. And so life seems a little bit easier there. And so like if I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't have him. Right. And I may not have my husband, Sean, and I may not, like, my path is my path. And I am so grateful for things that have happened. And what spurred my son on to get his driver's license is he's going to buy my mother's car. So if my mother hadn't had her stroke, my son would not have had the confidence to get his driver's license. So you have to look for, like, I'm not painting everything with a sunshine brush, and I'm not telling you that it's been easy, but like, we have to give thanks, and we have to balance it out, and we have to look back and think, what lessons did I learn from that? And what can I take from that that will serve me now? And I want you to think about that. And I want you to think, like, yes, my first marriage was a bad time in my life, but it catapulted me to where I am today. My only daughter, who I still call baby girl, is also 31 and does not have her license. Girl, we got our license. I'm so excited. He drove himself to work tonight and we don't have to worry about going to pick him up. Like, it is like a huge, because we live in a rural, well, not a rural, like a suburban area, but we have no bus service here or any sort of transit service. So it's a lot of driving him places. You feel me on that one, hey? And so, yeah. So let's give thanks for what we have and see where our lessons were. Like, all my lessons have led me to who I am today. And maybe my story helps somebody else, right? So maybe, like, me telling what happened is what I was supposed to do, and helped me grow as a person. And so that's our reading for tonight. I would like to welcome you to let me know if it resonated with you or it didn't. If it didn't resonate with you, let me know what didn't. Yeah, and we'll just unmute and chat about that for a minute. Did it
I thought
resonate
it was
with you?
lovely.
Very good.
I thought it was a lovely course, and got a lot of homework to take away and think about, and things to set my intentions to, and really, meditate on the important things for myself. Sometimes we get wrapped up in wanting things for others, and I think, as women, we do that sometimes. And as we are in this August of getting everybody set up to go to school and, get a new job or wherever they are in their little life path, sometimes we get lost in the shuffle. So, stepping back and saying, for me, hopefully I'll be in my new house by the end of the month. And, a lot of, that one resonated with me about new beginnings and I forget what card it was. I think 10 of Cups, like the ending of one and the beginning
That's
of
the
the
best
other.
card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
yeah,
resonated.
okay. Yeah,
10 of
yeah,
Cups. The full 10 of Cups. We're all lucky. Go to the casino.
yeah. It is a fabulous card, the 10 of Cups. Like, it just gives me goosebumps of happiness, right? Like,
Yep.
and yeah, Christina, you'll be in your new house and you'll be closing that
It's gonna be
chapter.
amazing.
Yeah. Dinah, did you have anything you wanted to share, or?
This entire experience has been amazing. I feel like I met a new clan, which is very, very cool. I'm pretty lucky here in Washington. I've got a coven of girls that are pretty amazing. They wanted to be here. They were actually half of your list that you said new members on your Facebook page. Yeah, those are my girlfriends. So-
I was like, who's this person and where did she find me and how can I
Yeah.
meet her?
So yeah, no, literally, those are all my girlfriends. So, but yeah, it's definitely everything that you're doing, Jocelyn, is very much resonating.
Oh,
It's really great.
wonderful. And
Everything
I
is spot on.
appreciate you and I appreciate your words and thank you for being here.
Absolutely, dear. I
Yeah,
appreciate what you do.
yeah.
It's I think, Christina, what you said as far as, us being women, it's hard to take that minute, even though the kids are grown, it doesn't matter. We still got to run
Oh,
the household, we still got to work our jobs, and it's hard, and it's like, Mom, did you have to burn the bra? What the hell?
and they're busy. They have their busy little lives, but they think that you do nothing and you still have time for them to do all
And I work from home too, so it's like, really, I'm
Doing stuff here.
Yeah. Well, you should be
But
doing
thank you
this.
guys. This has been amazing. Yeah, no, we're gonna be doing this more.
Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate all your comments. Alicia and Mallory, let me know if you want to step in. If not, that's fine too. I am going to send you guys an email tomorrow with all my upcoming stuff,
Yeah.
with the recording and the transcript. And yeah, I appreciate so much coming. This does as much for me as it does for you. Oh, thank you, Mallory. I enjoyed having you. I meant and so we can help our daughters and our children realize that life doesn't have to stop when you have children and restart again in your 50s, right? Like,
Kind of feels like it.
that's how I think that's how we do it, right? Like,
Oh my goodness.
it's totally exhausting.
It really is.
Well,
Totally
hopefully they
exhausting.
can learn. I know with my youngest, he definitely has the vision to want to manifest, and he knows at a young age of 17 that he wants the lifestyle of being an entrepreneur. He wants to have that freedom to choose his schedule. So I think we are doing a good job with some of our children and opening them up to new ways of thinking. So it, I think it takes baby steps to get there sometimes, but I
Yeah.
think we are raising a more aware, I hope, generation than,
I think
put your
so.
nose to the grindstone and
So,
work for
yeah.
25 years to retire and then collapse.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
hoping that
We're not
it's
doing that.
We're
Yeah.
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I'm done doing it.
I
Yeah.
hope my kids aren't doing that.
Yes.
Oh, Christina, I did want to tell you, I am going to open up a men's group too, because I know your men are very energy kind of guys, and so is
Yes.
my men, and I've met a few more lately. I debated putting them in my regular group, but I think I'm going to open a special group for men.
Oh, that's interesting. I will certainly
Yeah.
let you know.
Yeah, I don't want men in my regular group, but I'm thinking I'll do
No.
a that.
Like, don't,
Yeah.
I'd be
No,
out.
We're going to hold our sacred space here.
Yes.
But if I do a group just for men, yeah, because we had a little fireside chat with my husband and one of his friends, because he was like, it's somebody he's reconnected with, and he was like, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, "Well, I read tarot." And sometimes I'm like, what are people going to think? Is this like some woo woo crazy chick? And he was like, "Oh my God, I love tarot. I love having my cards read." And we had a big, like, in depth talk about life and death and all this stuff. Yeah. So I think I'm going to maybe in the fall open a men's group and see how that goes. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I appreciate everything. And I'm going to sign off.
Yep, me too. Nice meeting you all, and we'll be in touch.
Yes, we'll
Okay.
be in touch soon. Okay. You guys all have a great
Thank you,
night. I
guys.
wish you light and love. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.